and she started laughing and we made a joke and whatever. And she was like, God bless you, have a great trip. And we started this ripple effect of positive energy. And I'm sure she went home feeling great. I went on the flight feeling great that she helped me. And it was all because I showed gratitude.
Hello, and thank you for joining our podcast, Hope to Recharge, a show that is designed to bring hope, inspiration, motivation, and some practical tips to those that are battling depression and anxiety, and to those that are supporting loved ones that are going through the journey in this difficult time of depression and anxiety. I'm here to tell you, you are not alone, and we will live beyond depression and anxiety. We will share our stories, one story at a time, in a world of mental health. Together is better. I'm your host, Matana. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello, and thank you for joining me here on Hope to Recharge. I really appreciate you tuning in again. It's Grateful Thursday, Attitude with Gratitude. Today I thought of doing something a little bit different regarding gratitude. The last few Thursdays we've been discussing gratitude that we give for what we have. Realizing the good that we have in our lives, realizing even if it's not good to try to find the good, and also when things are really tough to recognize the toughness and give it space and be thankful for also the hard stuff that is going through our lives. So we were discussing things that we have in our lives. Today I want to discuss something about giving thanks to people, to human beings that do something kind to us. I find that it's very easy to be grateful for a big favor. I find in myself that I'm extremely grateful when someone goes above and beyond for something unique for me. But I try really hard to be grateful for things that are along the way that are not so monumental, that the person is not expecting a great thanks, and to surprise them with an extreme gratitude, with an extreme thanks. I learned this from a good friend of mine, Brian. I met him 17 years ago. He was my husband's very good friend. They would study the Bible every Sunday, and they became extremely close. And when I first met him, when I married my husband, I realized that he is this most gracious person. Always thankful, always nice, always kind. And I thought, oh, maybe he's just a nice salesperson or something like that. But I realized that it's a genuine trait that he has, that he's genuinely thankful to somebody for the smallest thing as to the biggest thing. And when he's gracious, he's extremely gracious. So a waiter in the restaurant, he'll go above and beyond to make the waiter feel extremely good for the service that he gave. Checking out in the store, airline stewardess, really thanking them for the glass of water that they gave. When the person is least expecting the extreme thank you, that's when you should give the extreme thank you. Why do I think that's so important? Because when we give the extreme thank you, when they're caught off guard, the reaction is so monumental. And the person that's receiving it is really thinking for a second, wow, did I do something so big? It makes them feel really noticed. It makes them feel appreciated. It makes them feel valued. And that appreciation, it just brings extreme excitement to their eyes, to their feelings, to their soul, to their energy, and it bounces off to the world. And I believe that it's a ripple effect. That when you give the extreme gratitude, when it's unexpected to somebody that's doing something small for you, but you go above and beyond to explain why that really was so nice, so appreciative, they take a second, they feel good about themselves, they feel noticed, they feel validated, and they will do it for others probably. Even if they don't, that radiation of energy will bounce back to you. And that energy will make you want to do it over and over and over and over. And you're going to become this gratitude person in the world. You're just going to be giving out thank yous and it's going to be received with such kind and love. And of course, it has to be with a sense of real gratitude, not, oh, I'm going to give a thanks now because I'm going to make her feel good or him feel good. Give it because you really mean it. Find the good in everything in order to say thank you properly. Take that action away and say, what would I be like if this action was not done for me? I'll give you a little synopsis that happened to me. I'm traveling now, and by the way, sorry for the recording because I don't have my whole system in place. I'm traveling today, so I'm recording from my phone, so excuse me for the lack of clarity. We were running late to the airport. I like doing curbside check-in. I like to do any service that makes my life easy. I am very lazy. So anything that will cut a line or cut an extra minute in my to-do list, I'll do that. So curbside check-in is my go-to. We get to curbside check-in an hour and 1 minute before takeoff. And I see a big sign that says 60 minutes before. Must check in 60 minutes before I come. By the time I get my license out, and the guy is telling me behind the counter, he said, quickly, 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 let's try to get it in quickly. And I'm like trying to find my license. By the time I hand him the license, he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. The computer shut down. I can't do it. You'll have to go inside. I'm like, you're sure? He's like, yep. I said, thank you for trying. I'll note for next time to come a few extra minutes earlier. Thank you. I'll run in. He said, yeah, inside they'll take you 45 minutes before. So I'm running inside with my two daughters, and I go online and I find the lady that's guiding everybody to the right line. I find the line, and she's like, okay, when's your flight? I said, within an hour. She's like, I don't think they might not take your luggage. I'm like, oh no, really? And my anxiety is starting to go up, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do with my luggage if they don't take it? So I ask her, if I don't get to give in my luggage now, will they put me onto the next flight? They're like, no, you can't. You have to rebook online. And I'm thinking, oh God, this is my daughter's graduation trip. I can't mess it up because of my luggage. And my anxiety is going up. And she's like, listen, you'll try your best. Maybe ask the people in front of you if they're in a rush. If not, maybe they'll let you through. Each one was within an hour. 6 people in front of me, each one was within an hour. There was one lady at the counter that saw that I was like talking to my girls and I was anxious. And she's like, anybody to LA or Florida? And I'm like, yeah, Florida. She's like, okay, come here. And I come and I'm like, am I going to still make the luggage time? Because it says 60 minutes and it's already less than 50 minutes to the plane. She's like, yeah, I'll get it on for you. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm like, you really saved me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't know what that means to me. What is your name? I want to send a thank you to Delta for having such amazing ladies behind the counter. And she looked at me and she's like, you know what? Thank you for doing that. She said, usually I get all these anxious people that are screaming at me and giving me attitude as if I made the rules or upset at me. And it's so nice of you to be so kind and gracious. I'm like, what do you mean? You helped me. You got my luggage on the flight. Thank you. She's like, no, but most people don't recognize the fact that we're just following the rules, trying to do our job, and they let it all out, all of their anxiety and frustration, they let out on us. And it's so rare to get a thank you. I'm like, oh my God, if I could check in with you every single time, you're my new angel. And she started laughing and we made a joke and whatever. And she was just, she's like, God bless you, have a great trip. And we started this ripple effect of positive energy. And I'm sure she went home feeling great. I went on the flight feeling great that she helped me. And it was all because I showed gratitude. I said thank you because I really had an extreme feeling of gratitude to her. I could have just said, okay, thank you very much. Great. Have a good day. Anyway, so on that note, I'm leaving you with this thought. Try to give thanks on a more escalated way, not like overwhelmingly greasy, unauthentic, but an authentic way, but to the most unexpected person that thinks that they're going to receive a nice thank you, and try to give it in a way that is a little bit more explanatory what it did for you, for the fact that they did the service that they did for you, whatever it is. If it's a friend, if it's a neighbor, if it's a cousin, if it's a grandmother, if it's a bus driver, if it's the mailman, if it's the checkout lady at the store. It could be anything. Anything. The Costco receipt lady that looks at your receipt. I always try to say something nice to the Costco lady that looks at your receipt as you're leaving Costco, to notice her. We became best friends. We became best friends now. We talk about our holiday dishes. We talk about who's coming, because I noticed her. And I realized that she's standing there seeing thousands of people every day, doing a service for me to make my life better by the fact that she's a part of the Costco system. Notice them. Give them gratitude that everything is working smoothly because they're there. That's the challenge of the week. Or not challenge of the week. Maybe we'll call it the to-do for the week, or the task. I like that. The task of the week. Try to find those unexpected gratitudes for people that helped you. See how it's received. I would love to hear stories from you, how you as well do this. I'm sure each and every one of you have stories. Please, please, please share. Go to our Facebook page, Hope to Recharge Community, and share with us. You cannot imagine how one sharing of a story can motivate others to do their positive gratitude, and we can create a ripple effect of gratitude in the world that will create positive energy in the world, that will create more love in the world. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time. Thank you again for being a part of this Hope to Recharge.
Thank you for joining us and taking the time to listen. I really appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button so you can hear further episodes. If you are listening to us on iTunes, please leave feedback and ratings below. Let us know if there's any topic that you would like to hear from us in the future. Bye till next time.